Hello guys, it's July. Happy new month to you all. Welcome to this tutorial. In this tutorial, we are going to be creating the wire that we have on our screen here. If you're an old subscriber, thank you for coming back. If you're new to this channel, kindly click on the subscribe button and turn on the notification icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Without further ado, let's get started. Now in this video, we're going to be creating what we have on our screen exactly using Pixellab and Picsart. Okay, so the first thing we want to do is to select the image that we have on our screen and then hit on the delete button to remove it. Next up, we want to impute the dimension of our design, and for this design we're going to be using 1280 by 1280 pixels, and we'll click on OK. The next thing we want to do is to head onto the plus icon, and then we'll add a shape, and then we'll scale it all the way to fit onto our screen, and then we'll change the color of this from white to a red color. So we'll head on to shapes option, and then we'll head on to color, and then we'll change the color to red, and we'll click OK. We'll go to our layer, and then we'll lock this so that we have it in place. Next up, we'll head onto the plus icon and to our gallery, and we'd like to add the main subject for this design, and we have the image right here. So we'll import it onto our design, and then we'll use the positioning tool to position it to the center, and then we'll click on OK. Next up, we want to remove the sharp edge below our subject. So with our subject selected, we'll go into the erase tool, and then we'll select the tool, and we'll increase the size of our brush a little bit, and then we'll reduce the hardness, and then we'll erase the bottom of our subject this way to have a nice blend, and we'll click on OK. Now that we have it there, we want to add the text. So we'll head on to the plus icon, and then we'll add a text, and we'll type welcome to, because it's going to be two different texts. So we'll type welcome to, and we'll click OK, and we'll make a duplicate of this, and we'll drag it all the way down, and we'll select this, and we'll head on to font, and I have a font that I installed here. If you don't know how to install fonts on Pixellab, I will leave a link in the description of this video on how to install a font. So the name of the font we'll be using for this is Better Start Today 3. So we have it, and then we'll click on OK. So next up, we want to change the color of this from white to black, and we have it there. So we'll select the second one, and then we'll double tap, and then we'll erase what we have, and then we'll type July, and we'll click on OK. So the next one we want to do is to select this, and then we'll drag it all the way, and then we'll head on to font as well. Head on to font, and the font we'll be using for this is Go Bold. So we'll be using Go Bold for this, and we'll click on OK. So now that we have it, we'll head on to the spacing, and we'll reduce the letter spacing a little bit because we don't want it to be all that spaced. So we'll click on OK, and then we'll hold this, and we'll drag it a little bit so that we'll have it nicely. So we're going to select our subject, and then we'll send it to front because we want our text to be behind our subject. So we'll send it to front this way, and we'll lock the layer of our subject so that we'll be able to adjust our text properly. So we have it this way, and then we'll scale it all the way like this. So with our text selected, we want to increase the padding because our letter is cutting out. So we increase the padding on the left, and we have it there, and we'll click on OK. So we'll take it up a little bit, and then we'll unlock our subject, and then we'll bring it down this way like this, and then we'll select this, and we'll make sure it's centralized. So we use the relative positioning option and we'll center it, and we'll also select our subject and we'll ensure that it's centralized and we have it nicely. So the next thing we want to do is to drag this welcome and take it all the way up this way, and we want to increase the size a little bit to about 45, and we have it there nicely. And we want to select it on our layer and we'll drag it all the way down on top of our text, and we'll have it there, and we want to position it nicely here. So the next thing we want to do is to select this July, and then we'll make a duplicate, and then we'll bring it on top of this. We'll try to place it properly, and then we'll use the relative positioning tool to align it to the center, and we'll use this positioning tool to adjust it so that it fits properly, and we have it there. So the next thing we want to do is to head on to stroke, and then we want to give it a stroke with a white color, and we want to reduce the width of the stroke to 2 pixels, and then we want to go to color and we'll remove the color because we don't want the color effect. So we'll remove it, and as you can see, it gives us that nice effect there. So we want to position it nicely, so we'll go to the positioning option and then we'll position it to fit properly onto our text. So we'll click OK, and we want to go to the layer option, and we want to drag this welcome above the text, the July text that we have up there, and we have it there nicely. So go to the plus icon, and I want to add a shape, okay, because I want to add my image below here. So I'll just place it here, and I click on OK, and then I head on to texture, and then I locate an image of mine that I have here. So I'll be using this, and I'll flip it and I'll click OK. So the next thing I want to do is to go back to texture, and I want to increase the scale a little bit so that my face pops up, and I click OK. So I'll scale this down, and then I scale it a little bit again, and I position it over here, and I head onto the plus icon and I add a text. So I add my channel name, and it's also my name. So I have it there nicely, and I'll head on to size, and I'll reduce the size all the way down to about 18 pixels, and I have it here nicely. So I'll head on to the plus icon, and I want to add another shape. So I'll add a shape, and I want to change the color of this shape from white to black, and I want to reduce it, bring it all the way down here, and then I want to scale it like this, and I'll reduce it all the way down because I want it very thin, and I click OK. So I'll use the positioning tool to align it where I want it to be. So I have it here. I'll select my image, and I'll send it to front because I want it to be on top of the line. Okay, so I'll select the image again, and I'll give it a stroke also, a black stroke of 1 pixels, and I click on OK. So I'll select my name, and then I'll adjust it a little bit, and then I'll select the line also, and I'll adjust it, and I have it there nicely. So we've come to the end of this design, and we want to give that effect that we have on the design. So we'll head on to the save option, and then we'll save our project. We'll save it as July design, right? And we'll click on OK. And we want to save it as an image, so we'll use the save option and we'll save as image, and we'll click on OK, and we're done saving. So we'll head on to our Picsart, and we're going to open it. So we'll add our design by clicking on the plus icon here, and then we'll wait for it to load, and we'll locate our design, and we have it here. So we'll bring it onto our screen, and then next thing we want to add is to add an image. That's the leaf image that we have by the side of our design. So we'll head on to our gallery, and then we'll locate the image we want to use, and then we'll have it here. So we'll add it onto our design, and then we want to scale it like this. I want to rotate and place it over here, and we want to head on to the blend, and we want to change it to multiply because we want it to be a bit dark. So we'll change it to multiply, and then we'll click on OK. So we'll be adding another one by the right hand side of our design. So we'll head on to our gallery, so we have it here, and then we'll add it onto our design, and we'll just scale it a little bit, and we'll rotate it. I want to flip it this way, then we'll rotate it, and we'll place it over here nicely. And then we want to head on to blend, and we'll change it to multiply so that we have it dark, and we'll click OK. So now that we have it, we want to add the shiny effect that we have on our screen. So we'll head on to brushes, and then we'll wait for it to load because it uses the internet. So you can see we have different brush effects from here. So we can select this. Wow, this is nice. And we can use this as well. So we'll check, and as you can see, our design is looking all that good, and we've come to the end of this tutorial. So guys, if you're new to the channel, kindly support us by subscribing to the channel. Kindly click on the bell icon to get notified whenever we post a new video. Kindly give this video a thumbs up so that YouTube can recommend it to other people, and share your thoughts in the comment section below. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.